I guess on the subject of existing new home sales, we usually don't give it too much, airtime just because it's released so frequently. And again, it's a drop in the bucket at the end of the day. But we did see some headlines last week that new home builds, we saw some pricing cuts there. In fact, in June, 40% of home builders reported that they were cutting prices, which was interesting. You and I were having a side conversation in one of our chats about what does this exactly mean? Because it seems that inventories are quite low, not at any sort of historical low for the past 5 years, but they do remain low. So if there's such a demand surplus, why are they cutting prices? And it seemed to be potentially that, just new home builds are priced at a price point that just isn't affordable even for a relatively high demand environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's still an imbalance there, obviously. It's and as of now, we're really just seeing, in some markets, seeing a decline in home prices and at least a flat line in others. So we're not going to see those double-digit increases year over year, but there does still seem to be a bit of a stalemate between the builders, between buyers and sellers in general, but especially with these new homes that are being built that are generally high end, as you've pointed out before. That's where the margins used to be historically for home builders, was the higher end homes, but they're just not flying off the shelves anymore. The builders are not only having to pay big money to buy down rates for borrowers so that they can afford the payment, but now they're actually having to lower the sales price of the home, which is further eating into their profits.
Right. I would say that's definitely a leading indicator for a potential downturn of sorts. I know we keep an eye on construction jobs in the home building industry because that's been historically one that pulls back pretty early on. I would throw in price cuts to new home build, to completed home builds as well.